Happy New Year, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you had an amazing Merry Christmas and that your 2023 has started off well. My name is Cez Paulo, and in case you're new here, kindly consider subscribing to this amazing channel where we do house decor videos, travel, lifestyle, and anything called entertainment that's educative. We do it here. And in 2023, we are going to start off with the house kitchen transformation. So we are going to transform this kitchen, make it minimalistic, make sure that we get rid of clutter, and we have started off by removing the extra gas cooker that I had here under my working table, and then I'm going to clean my floors, however you call it. So we're going to do quite a lot in this video, so make sure you watch until the end. And we are going to start with this table right here. You remember in the kitchen tour where I did last year in 2022, this table has so many scratches because I used to do so many DIYs here and glue would get stuck here. And so we are going to paint these and make it one color, make it even, because it looks like it's dirty, but it's just paint because I have been doing a lot of work in the kitchen. You're going to see it all in this video. So let's go ahead and start with the table here. And I got the wrong paint. This is not the paint I wanted, but this is still going to work because it can work as a base coat. So it's the indigo emulsion paint, and if you're going to use this one, make sure you use it as a base coat. If you're planning on using only one paint, this is not the best. So this is only good for a base coat. This is because I have seen how it works. Yeah, you'll see it in the video. So but the good thing about it is that you do not need to sand down your table. Like if you're using an oil-based paint, you must sand it down before you paint. But with this, because it's a chalk paint and it's a base coat, I do not need to sand down, and I do not have the time to sand down. So as much as it's not what I wanted, it actually served the purpose that I needed. So there we go. We're just going to start off by covering up the parts that are scratched off, where I removed the glues from, and then we're going to apply as many coats as we need to cover up everything. So we're going to see how that goes. And don't mind that I'm using a paintbrush that already has white paint on it, because I was just lazy. I didn't want to wash it, and I figured because it's black, it's going to be covered eventually, but it's not recommended. If you can, just wash your brush or buy another one. But because I did not want to go to the shop and I did not want to wash it, I just decided to do it this way, and it worked. But if you're working with another color, just make sure you wash it so that you don't mess up. But with black, I don't think you can mess up, right? If you have done your manicure or if you have painted your nails recently, please make sure that you wear a pair of gloves. Don't be like me, because as much as this is a water-based paint, meaning it's going to be very easy to wash it off with just soap and water, if you have nail polish, it's going to mess it up because you have sometimes to scrub it, and also it might not be good on your skin. It might be harsh when you're scrubbing off the paint. So to make it easy, just make sure that you wear a pair of gloves. For me, I do not need them because I'm used to these, and also because I was feeling lazy. I couldn't go to the pharmacy or to the hardware to get them. So just do that to save time and save your skin. If you have any questions about painting, the best paint to use, the best brush, whatever question you have, feel free to ask in the comment section. And if you have any correction, maybe you have something or you've seen something that I'm doing wrong, you can also tell me in the comment section, and let's learn from each other. So I made sure that I painted every corner of this table, the insides, and I did not want to lift it up because the table is quite heavy and I don't want to make my work so much because it's a lot that I'm going to do and I'm trying to save time. That's why you're seeing me paint from here, and I'm used to painting. That's why I'm not making a big mess. So if you're not used to painting, instead of making a big mess, just maybe separate everything, remove the gas cooker from your table. But I have turned off the cooker in case you're thinking that I'm risking. No, the gas cooker is turned off, and this is how it eventually turned out. As you can see, it's a black matte, and I do not like the matte finish. I like the shiny finish that was there before, the really black color. So I have to go and get another color now, the oil paint, and come and use it on top. But this one is going to work as a base coat. But if you're thinking that you can use this one alone in the kitchen as a working table, that's not possible, because once you pour water on this paint, it looks really bad. You cannot wipe it off, and your washcloth is going to have a black residue on it. So this is can only be used as a base coat, unless you're using it for somewhere else, maybe for a deck or something. But if it's a working table, just make sure you use it as a base coat or just use an oil-based paint. But as you can see, the black finish looks very even and it looks pleasing to the eye, no one would tell. And because I am going to paint it very soon, it can work for the few days that it's going to remain like this. But anyway, I went ahead and put back the drawer of this working table so that I can store my spoons right here and reduce clutter, because it's best when you keep things hidden. And because I have this space here, why not utilize it? And then I have this organizer that I got a long time ago when I was in Thika Road. I think I got it, was it at Maguna supermarket? Yes, I think I got it there, and if not there, maybe Clean Shelf, but I think it was Maguna supermarket. So this is the organizer that I'm going to use. So this is my, what do you call this, the mortar and the pestle. I'm going to store them in the extra storage that I have behind there. You're just going to see how everything is going to work out perfectly, and I am just falling in love with the transformation already. And the good thing about this paint, by the way, it dries up immediately. Like after painting it 10 minutes later, it's dried up and it does not have a bad smell. So like I painted and then I organized everything back in about 30 minutes. Yeah, it was that easy. 30 minutes after painting, everything was dried up this well. Well, as you can see now that the table is done, once you place something on it, it leaves a stain, as you can see. That's why we have to paint another coat. But now let's move on to the next part, which are our kitchen walls. As you can see, they are not a good thing to look at. They are not a beautiful sight. It looks like it's dirt, but it's not dirt. It's just that I have never really painted this kitchen completely, and today I'm going to paint another coat, which I don't know if it's going to be enough, but I know it's going to improve the look of how the kitchen looks like, because no matter how clean the kitchen is, like when the walls look like this, it just does not look clean. So we are going to go ahead and paint this kitchen pure brilliant white, and we are going to use the same indigo paint but now in color white. But this one still, it's not going to be enough because it leaves a white residue. The thing about these chalk paints, specifically from the indigo brand, and if you're going to buy a chalk paint and you want it not to leave a residue, make sure it has silk in it. So this indigo emulsion paint does not have silk in it, and so if you lie with a black cloth, it's going to leave a white paint on your clothes. If you touch it with your finger, you're going to see the white residue. So only use this as a base coat, then come and apply another coat on top, or you can just skip this step and go ahead and apply the paint that has silk or oil paint. But I didn't want to use an oil based paint because I don't want my house to smell. So even the finishing, I will later use a paint that just has a silk in it. So if it's a chalk paint with silk, it's not going to leave a residue, but if it has no silk, it's going to leave a residue, which is something I found out when I was doing this project. But anyway, let's go ahead and paint this kitchen, and we are going to use a paint brush, which is going to be a lot of work. So if you're using a brush, just know that it takes quite some time to finish this. But I did not want the kitchen to be so perfect because I have redone my living room and the bedroom, and the walls are so perfect. So I wanted the kitchen to have the brush paints on it. I don't know if it makes sense, but I just wanted to look a bit raggedy, if it makes sense. And you do not have to use a paintbrush if it's too hectic for you. You can go ahead and use a roller. It's actually easier and it gives a very good finish. It's just that for this project I wanted to use a brush, but if you want to make it easier, don't shy away, just go ahead and get the roller. It's only like 250 shillings when the paintbrush is around 100 to 150 shillings. So you weigh your options if you want to paint for long or if you want to make it a quick thing. After painting the roof, I painted the walls, and as you can see, the transformation is already coming through. You can compare the previous wall to this wall where I have not painted yet, and you can see the difference between the white. The previous white looks like it's a cream white, but this other one, it's really brilliant, it's really bright, and it makes the kitchen to be so bright, which is what I want. The light in the kitchen is already improving just with the paint. Just imagine that paint can make your house to look brighter. This is what I meant when I said you cannot use this paint alone, because I made a mistake and placed some things on top of this table, and when I tried to wipe it off, this is what was left after the table dried up. So I had to come again and paint another coat. That's why I was telling you this can only be used as a base coat. If you're going to work on that table, your table is going to look this bad. So use it as a base coat or only on a decor piece, because now I have to go and paint the other one. After even painting another coat, you can see it's still not perfect, but in the next video you're going to see it after I have applied the top coat. So this is how the table looks like. You can see already the kitchen looks neater, cleaner, because we got rid of the dirt, the scratches on top of the table. And then here down, because I have this extra space and I don't want to leave it just open like this, I have this piece of the table that I got cut a few years ago, like 3 years ago, because this table used to be bigger, like it was longer, and this is the piece that was cut off. I've never gotten rid of it, so I just went ahead and painted it using the same paint. So now that we have this extra storage here and it's not big enough to store so many things, the only thing that made sense to come and store here, first of all, I struggled a lot to make this piece of wood stay in place because it was a bit stuck on the other side, but after a lot of trial and error, yeah, it's finally stabilized and I can use it as a storage, and you're going to see how convenient it's going to make things in this kitchen. Yep, so now that it's good, Drum rolls. Guess what we are going to store here? At first I thought I would put the sufurias, but then I was like, no, the sufurias need to be where the other utensils are, and because this is where I'll be cooking from and working from, cutting my onions and everything, it just made sense that I put the dustbin right here. So it's making it very easy for me to dispose things when I'm cooking, after cleaning, and it just makes it looks very, very neat, and I love how it turned out. Tell me in the comment section if you love this idea. On to the next part of my kitchen transformation, which is under the sink. As you can see right now, it's empty because I have removed the clutter that was down here, which is quite a lot. Some things I'm going to dispose of, like these ones that I've already put in the dustbin. These are containers, things that I no longer use, things that were just staying under the sink. I don't know why I was just holding on to them, but finally we are going to dispose them because I really do not use these ones. I keep, like when I buy food, I say I'm going to use them, but I never use them. And now that I dispose them off, as you can see, we have now extra space here, and the sufurias can finally have a home. The sufurias are going to be staying here, and I've just placed them on top of this chapati rolling thing. And these ones too, I'm going to get rid of them because now I have this other set of sufurias. I do not need two sets. These crates of eggs, I usually use them when I'm coming from home, so I'm just going to store them somewhere else. And for the others, I'm going to find ways of disposing them because they're still in good condition. I don't want to throw them away, but I cannot use them in this house. And this is the way the sink area looks like here. But the bottom, now that we have transformed it a bit, we have now that extra space that we have been left with. Now let's work with the pantry area. It also has this storage area which I used to store a lot of food, but after I organized my pantry, I created this extra space here which has nothing, and I'm just going to come and add the glasses here because one thing about me is that I do not have enough utensils. I do not have so many cups, so many glasses, and I'm trying to increase that because my friends and my family complains a lot when they visit because I have 3 cups, I have 3 spoons, I have 3 sets of glasses, like everything in just 3, even plate, even spoons. I have 3 spoons, 3 forks, everything is in 3. But I'm going to increase them. I'm going to buy more so that I have enough for my guests. Yes, so I have started off with the glasses. At least now I have quite a decent supply of glasses. The wine glasses, the water glasses, and everything. Then I have 3 cups, as I told you, and I'm going to arrange them up there. And then the plates are also going to go up there because I want to clear this area, the sink area. I don't want these things to stay here because this rack has been rusting for the more I use it, the more it keeps rusting, and it's also creating clutter. I just want this space to be open and airy so that I can have more working area. Yes, that's the goal, to just keep everything hidden and have the kitchen looking very clean and smart and minimalist and just classy. I mean, like, mwah. as you can see, guys, everything is falling into place. Everything is looking so good, so neat. Mwah. Like when you get in the kitchen now, your eyes can just see everything so easily. You don't have to dig under some wet utensils to get your cups. You can just see directly where they are, and I love how it looks like. And now we are going to work on the lower part, which is the sink area. I've told you that I do not want anything to be on top here, so we are going to get rid of them, because when I keep these, it encourages me to store utensils here, and I've told you this rack is rusting, so I want to avoid keeping things here. I want, just after cleaning the dishes, I wipe them and I put them up there so that the kitchen will always look airy. So we're going to go ahead and remove these ones because now they're dry, and put them in the drawer. Then we are going to take this down and say bye bye to the sink area being cluttered. It's going to look so good, guys. Wow. Now that our sink area is empty like I wanted, it's time to store this rack, and I wanted to use it as a DIY in something that I don't even know, but then I figured I do not have somewhere to store the sufuria lids, the cooking pot lids, as you can see, so they're going to fit perfectly here. And I've been looking for ways to store them because with the handles it's hard to store them, and I figured, you know what, this is the perfect way to store them. It makes it so easy to reach out to them. It has reduced clutter because they used to occupy so much space when I was storing them before, and it has also improved the aesthetics. Just look at that under the sink storage area. If this is not the best idea yet in this kitchen, I don't know, because I just love how it has made things convenient for me. I mean, I just grab the sufuria here, and then I grab the lid just next to it, and whenever I open it right now, it feels good. Before, I was never confident opening under the sink area because it was so cluttered, but right now I don't even mind if a guest wants to get under the sink because it's so beautiful. It's aesthetically pleasing. Tell me what you think about this idea in the comment section. And right here is where now I store my onions, down there the garlic, the dry ones, the ones that I can store in the fridge, and then I have my aluminium foil and the cling films just on top of here, and some other things of the grinder and the blender. They are just stored there, and that is the beautiful under the kitchen storage area that we just created without buying anything, just by using things that we already had in the kitchen. And I love how it has turned out. Mwah! And then, guys, this is not even the best part. Okay, it's the best, but then we have another cuter one after this, which you're going to see next. the cooking oil that's on top there, it's not supposed to be there, but then it didn't have any place to be stored because the previous one is not yet over. But once that one is over, I'm going to remove this oil, and then we're just going to have utensils on that corner, and it's going to look so much better. But right now things are looking very good and very promising, and I just love standing in my kitchen right now because it's just breathtaking. Everything, I can see everything from the door, like and then guys, now we are going to do the best part, which is this area. So I don't have somewhere to sit when I'm cooking in the kitchen, and because I have this area that's empty and I do not want to put so many things like another storage area, I'm going to add this chair right here, which I had just stored on the balcony. So I'm just going to put it here, and because this color does not go with my theme colors, which are white and gray, I went ahead and crocheted a blanket, and it's going to come and stay here and blend in with the theme. So you can check out all my blankets on Instagram at Cez Design. So I handmade these, and I can hand make you any blanket that you want so that you can transform your areas this simply. So this place, this table, this chair, it was my very first chair when I started life. So I don't want to paint it because it brings memories. I have done so many DIYs with it, but now it's going to stay in the kitchen, and we're just going to transform it. Using this gray blanket, and tell me how it looks like. Wow, I just love how it blends in and it makes it look so good. Then right here on the door, I don't have a doormat, and you remember there's a doormat that I was using in my bedroom door, and I said that I do not want to see it anymore in the bedroom because this is the door leading to the balcony. I decided to put it right here because, as you can see, there is no mat, and I don't like, sometimes it's the space under here lets cold in the kitchen. So when I put this kamat here, it's going to block the air, so it's not going to be as cold as it was before, and it's also going to blend in with the theme and increase the aesthetic. So my house, my kitchen now looks more warm. So when I'm cooking, I can just sit here and relax and just watch the trees from outside when it's too cold and I don't want to sit on the balcony. This is just the best transformation, and I just love how the kitchen is looking like, and I cannot wait to do the full video, the full kitchen tour, because we are yet to finish the transformation, guys. This is just part one of the many things that we have done. Part two, now we are going to do a lot more of decor, the final touches, and we're going to make this kitchen look so modern, because in case you don't know, this is a very old kitchen, and I am just trying to make it look modern because I like old things, but I like them looking modern. I don't know if you get the vibe. Yes. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed watching this transformation. I hope it has inspired you to transform your kitchen and make it a cozy place. The kitchen does not have to be the dirtiest place in your house. You can make it actually the most beautiful place in your house, and it's going to make your cooking experience better. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our amazing DIYs that we are going to do. And we always do them on a budget, and we make them look like $1 million. Until next time, bye bye. I'm Ces Paulo. Mwah, mwah, mwah.